Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So today I'm going to be getting ready for my new bossing series. I have been planning on doing this bossing series for a while. I've actually been starting it up. I have my first progress video on the way here, probably this weekend or early next week. So I wanted to go ahead and show exactly what kind of gear I have, as well as equip myself out with the best gear that I could possibly think of to make. So let's go ahead and start off with a price check of seeing what I already have in my bank. Basically, Luck of the Dwarves, that's going to be where a lot of this value comes from. Luck of the Dwarves, I'm going to be using it with every single loot video. I'm going to be making a loot video of every single boss that I kill. And Luck of the Dwarves is going to help out a lot with that. It is worth 42 million though, so it is a nice chunk of change right there. I did buy the Anima Core Helm of Zamorak. The first boss that I'm killing, it's a lower level boss and I'm killing it with range. So I decided to go ahead and invest in the best non-degradable armor set that I could get. It's going to save me money over the long run because I'm going to be killing these bosses for a long time before actually being done with them. So I don't want to be using degradable equipment. So since I already have like level 119 invention, I'm just going to be getting 120 here pretty soon anyhow. I did buy Nightmare Gauntlets. These are degradable, but they help out your snipe ability so much that I felt like they were worth using. I think it's only like 300k repair cost, so it's not too bad of a repair cost. I would like to have 0 repair cost, but I guess I'm already using Augmented Noxious Bow, so I am having some repairs. So Nightmare Gauntlets aren't going to be too bad on top of that. Again, best non-degradable is going to be the Armadyl boots and the Armadyl gloves. I did buy the Pernix gloves and the Pernix boots. Those are worth about 20 million. I didn't realize they were degradable at that point. I thought they were just really high expense to start out with. I may use these at some point, or they may just end up getting sold back to the GE. I'm not 100% sure. Again, Armadyl, decent non-degradable. I probably should just sell my Armadyl chain skirt, honestly, now that I have the Anima Core of Zamorak legs. But we'll figure that out in the future. Boots of Subjugation, Gloves of Subjugation, Bandos Tacets. And then I spent a decent amount on supplies already. I have about 20 million worth of supplies right here. So it adds up to 140 million GP of just the tradables. There's going to be a couple things left in my inventory. Actually, I should probably leave all this stuff in the price check so that you guys don't get confused. First thing is going to be the Augmented Noxious Scythe. That's going for about 140 million right now. I do have a couple of perks on there, so it might be worth a little bit more, but for the calculation, I'm just going to be doing 140 million. I have full Augmented Serenic and a Serenic Mask. I was planning on killing some Araxor, which is why I actually had the Augmented Bow to start out with, but I just never got around to it. The Serenic is worth about 30 mil. I haven't used it barely at all. You can see the item level is only level 1. I'll eventually put some decent perks on this. I probably am going to wait until they actually get it so that the you can get it up to level 20, the Augmented Serenics. Because right now I think it maxes out at like level 15, and if I'm going to be leveling up Serenic Armor, I'm going to want to be able to get it to level 20, because now that Invention Batch 2 came out, level 20 has a little bit of a perk, gives all your perks an extra 10% chance of proccing. Like Biting would have a, I think it's 3.3% chance or 2.2% chance instead of a 2% chance. Little perk, but nothing too major, but it is something that I would like to look into in the future. I do have a Tectonic Robe top and bottom. This is from way back. They were only worth like 20 mil back then, but right now this is worth about 60 mil. They're at 94% charge, so these two right here are worth about 60 million. Not too bad of a loot. I might just disassemble them and remake them so I can augment them, or I might just sell them Actually, let's screw it. I'm just going to disassemble these because they're completely worthless without the augmenters on there. I'll do that during this video. The Blood Amulet of Fury is also going to be worth about 10 million. Oh no, I did the calculations already, and it's about 400 million that I already have invested in the PVM, which is insane. I didn't realize I had that much invested. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, the Supreme Overload Potion 6. I did all these right after Double Experience Week, and I think I put about 50 million into them, and I have about 550 hours worth of Supreme Overloads. I don't plan on using them with the lower level bosses, but as I start getting to probably God Wars Dungeon 2, I'll start using them. But all the lower level bosses, not really necessary to be using overloads. So let's go ahead and, I don't actually know how to disassemble these. I'll figure that out and buy up some more items so I can figure out the exact cost of everything in my bank. So the rest of my money did not go nearly as far as I was hoping it was going to go. I managed to get myself a Noxious Scythe, a Noxious Staff. I decided to buy both of these items because I am going to have to do DKs in the future, and when I do DKs, I'm going to want to have all 3 tier 90s, which, if you go ahead and check this, I have the Augmented Noxious Bow and Staff and Noxious Scythe, so I have the full tier 90 set now. That's something that I've been working towards for a long time, and it's finally achieved. I did not figure out how to get rid of the Tectonic Robe Top easily. You'd have to die in the wilderness, so I'm just going to leave it in my bank for now. I'll figure out a way of monetizing it in the future. Let's go ahead and do a price check of a couple other things that I have. I did buy some Ceridome Brew Flasks, some Rocktails, some Sharks, and some Super Restores. The Ceridome Brew Flasks are going to be used with the Super Restores in case if I need a higher level or higher quantity of food for a boss for some reason. I'm anticipating that when Soluk comes out, it may be a tank test, so I'd like to have some Ceridome Brews. If he hits really hard, really fast, you may need to have Rocktails only, but I'm imagining when they were talking about the mechanics of it, it seems like they don't want you to have one tank and a bunch of DPSers. So I think everybody's going to get dealt a lot of damage just very slowly over time. So I think that Ceridome Brews are going to be very useful. The Sharks are for the lower leveled bosses whenever I go to kill those. Probably could even kill God Wars Dungeon 2 with Sharks. I know that I was kind of experimenting with it in my Iron Man account, and Sharks seem to be enough food. You obviously get a couple more kills per trip if you're using Rocktails, but a lot of the God Wars Dungeon 2 mechanics actually are avoidable, or you can actually heal back with the Resonance because they have mechanics that hit you really hard for just like 1 or 2 hits. So you can heal back the majority of all the damage you get dealt just with the abilities. So Sharks are really all that's necessary just in case if you screw up something or you just aren't healing quite as much as you're anticipating. All in all, another 429 mil onto the amount of loot that I have. I will augment these up pretty soon, so they're not going to be able to be price checked anymore. But all in all, I have about 800 to 900 mil invested into this bossing series, so I'm pretty stuck in it. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to kind of turn around now. As soon as I augment these, it's all over. I was hoping to buy some more Anima Core. I think I'll do that once I actually get a couple of bosses done. I know that the lower level bosses I'm going to be starting out with aren't going to be making quite as much money, so I'm going to have to be looking into possibly doing some other things for money. I am still skilling for money whenever I have a chance, so that will help me get a couple of the items I need for this bossing series. But I would like to have all 3 of the Anima Core sets. Probably won't worry about Sliske because he's just a hybrid. Actually, I might want it for DKs. I don't know. I'll debate that in the future. I might just buy Sliske instead, just have one set for now instead of having all these different Anima Cores. Well, like I said, I'll figure it out. But all in all, 800 mil in this tab in between the Augmented Noxious Bow until the Noxious Scythe. That is so much money. Never thought I'd have that much money in my bank. I'm probably getting pretty close to a build bank. If you guys do enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you can see my entire bossing series. Leave a like and a comment as well. As always, have a good one.